Welcome back to Cricbuzz Live. Hong Kong really gave us those test vibes for everyone who missed test cricket because they made this T20 innings feel like a test innings. 61 dot balls in their 20 overs. Afghanistan won by 94 runs, but Hong Kong took it all the way down to the 20th over. I'm Saiyami Kher and I'm back with Sir Harsha Bhogle and Kartik Sir. It was, this was...
No, I heard my name.
Now. You can't. I know how you feel after 62 dot balls. I didn't count that last ball as a dot, but I can understand how you feel. We were already here for test cricket and big hitting sixes and all of that, but what we saw were 62 dot balls in 20 overs.
I mean, you look at that Hong Kong side and you realize they don't get too many opportunities to play against teams of the caliber of Afghanistan. And yet Afghanistan were where Hong Kong are today. And Afghanistan have made that big jump up. Did you see when Hong Kong were playing, did you see that ability to make the big jump up? We don't understand a lot more of Hong Kong cricket, what are the conditions under which they play, but their fielding was very ordinary and they just didn't look the part with the batting yet. So I'm willing to have some sympathy for them because they don't get to play a lot of cricket here, but they'll have to improve their game a lot in the remaining matches.
You know, I know this word is banned on the Cricbuzz, the word intent, but I have to use it today because they just didn't show the intent, Kartik. When we see this batting card, there's 39 from Babar Hayat. There is
3 sixes, by the way.
Yes,
the 39 was 3 sixes.
3 sixes and that's 16 runs by the captain, but otherwise it's a telephone number.
Yeah, and more so, you just saw the huge gulf between the two sides. When you talk about intent, when you also talk about a bit of skill, there was some big hitting skill from Babar Hayat, but nothing post that because cricket is not just about hitting as well. You spoke about the dot balls. In between the sixes and the fours, those are the balls where you keep maneuvering and manipulating singles. There was nothing of that sort. Yes, you're up against a very, very good bowling lineup of Afghanistan, which is what we all expected. But sometimes as a team where you have nothing to lose, they're not going to do anything more than actually fighting. And that's what you want to see from a side like Hong Kong or any other side, Oman or whatever, whoever they come. Nobody's expecting them to win the title. But at least you make a fist of it. That is all that is expected. And you become a better team. But we didn't see any of that. There was a big, huge gulf between the two sides.
Harsha, they'll want to forget this opener because from the very first over, the drop catch by the captain, nothing went their way at all. So they'll want to switch this off, press that delete button and come back refreshed for their next game.
And then when they came out to bat themselves, we said for a while that opening combination, those two, and then Nizakat, those top 3 or 4 were probably better off than their bowlers. And what do we see? We see someone who's missed the ball so obviously,
yes,
has a word with his non-striker and just walks off. And there is no chance of there being an edge. So they lose one of their best batters to not taking a review, just symbolic of everything that could go wrong for them. But they got 11 in that first over. In the next 5 overs, they got 12. There was somebody sitting next to me while all that was happening who had said they'd make 33 in the power play.
Oh, he just doesn't have it, this game of the prediction game. He just has all the bad luck on his side, the person sitting next to you.
They were 22 after 4.3 overs, right? At 28, Kartik wins it. At 28, the 22 with 9 balls left.
6 dot balls after that.
Total of 8.
Kartik, you have to see the humor
of it. 8 dot balls.
8 dot balls.
They got
8 dot balls and single of the last ball.
I don't know who was more frustrated because I was watching the game and every dot ball later I was watching Kartik. Anyway, that was just the lighter side to it.
I remember this other game where they needed, like, I think Surya hit a 6 and you lost your prediction game. So I know you don't have luck on your side when it comes to your prediction. I really hope it changes because we really do want you to win.
Thank you very much. But having said that, as Harsha pointed out, after the first over, we thought maybe they have come out fighting. But after that, it became a damn squib. And just look at the way they've played. I'm told that it's only between the 11th and the 15th sort of over.
Quarter,
well, that their run rate was at 6. Apart from that, it was well below 6. And you can see losing by 94 runs against the side, yes, you're expected to lose, but at least go down with a fight. That is all that is expected. Go down with a fight. Just tell the world that we have come here to compete, and that is all that is expected of sides like Oman or
Hong Kong or
UAE or whoever. You just want them to get better. One of the reasons why the game is globalized is because these teams get chances. These teams can come and spar against some of the best or better opponents, but still you want them to fight. That is all that is. There are lots of experienced players. You think of the names that you mentioned, Ehsan, Yasim Murtaza, they've all played enough cricket, and that is what you want them to inculcate in their side. Come, fight, make a better fist of things.
Yeah, they've got a couple more games. I'd like to see them put on a better show in the next couple of games. But Afghanistan have laid down the gauntlet. They won by 95 runs, right, today. So in terms of net run rate, because this is a very close group, there could easily be a situation where the three other teams have a 1-1 lost one. And so it comes down to how did you play against Hong Kong to qualify. So the other teams will now come hard against Hong Kong, might give them a chance there.
Yes.
So one of the things you look for, when you saw Afghanistan play the first time, I saw them play the first time in the T20 World Cup in the West Indies in 2010, I think. They looked like a side that had a long way to go, but you could see sparks in there everywhere. And you see, in no time, 2008, they're playing Division 5. You could see the change every time, and you're seeing better and better players coming along. You see Azmat Umarzai now. He'll get into most franchise sides. You're seeing Rashid, you're seeing Noor. Nabi, I don't know why Nabi didn't bowl. I just wonder whether it was sweaty hands or whether they just want to try out some other bowling options. I don't know. But you could see better and better players coming. I hope that happens for Hong Kong. But these players have now been playing for a very long time.
Yes. You know, like you said, they used 7 bowlers, but we didn't see Nabi bowl today. We spoke about how the finger spinners were doing well. Surprising that he didn't come in at all, but Noor Ahmad very economical with his 4 overs, and Ghaznfar again also very economical, but just got his 2 overs in. Were you surprised with the way they used their bowlers, Kartik?
Maybe they was just giving them a feel of things. I don't know whether this will be the way they'll go about it if they're playing teams like Pakistan or India or Sri Lanka. But maybe today they knew that they were up against a lesser opposition, and they just gave everybody an opportunity. I'm surprised with Karim Jannat. I don't know. There are certain players, you see them every time and they only get hit. And I think Karim Jannat is one of them.
I mean, he was probably the 7th bowler today. If Nabi plays, he's the 8th bowler.
Yeah.
So maybe they just thought, okay, if you need him, let's give him a go. But he's been around for so long.
So long, but I've never seen him. I've never seen him go at an economy of 5, 5.5, 6.5. It's always something like that. But I'm just thinking while you guys were talking, everybody wished me luck for my prediction game. Have you ever guys won anything in this prediction game?
Yeah.
Champions Trophy, I was winner,
waiting,
by the way.
I remember
Champions Trophy, I was winner. IPL, I was number 3.
I know
I was
you took
still
a
up there,
screenshot.
not on the second page.
Yeah, but if you have to fight hard to remember that, it means you're not winning often enough.
It's
right?
okay, I just I just dust it.
The
No, but it's
champions are
amazing
remembered
how
for their losses. The others are remembered for
I
their
just
wins.
dust it off my feet.
You can see how it hurt him, because we were trying to focus on Nabi and what happened, but I could see the subtext playing. He was just
I was going to ask him something else, actually. I was going to ask him something else. We had a long conversation on Rashid Khan.
Yes.
I don't think Rashid was at his best today.
No,
We
yeah,
spoke
absolutely
about
Nowhere
that.
near his
Absolutely
best
right.
today. Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Even we did that during the combox as well. And for me, it's just the consistency of his lengths. That is all that is. I don't know why he hasn't found it. Is he still not 100% fit? Every time he bowls a good length, he's unplayable. But obviously his pace has also gone down a wee bit, is what I feel. There are more deliveries that he bowls in the sub-90s. He never used to be in the sub-90s. It'll be interesting. Again, somebody needs to have a heart-to-heart with him and actually get him to open up about his own body. The good thing is he's playing, but what we feel as cricketers, and you think of it, in T20 cricket, he's one of the highest wicket takers, and he just takes wickets for fun, but you're absolutely spot on. Still,
But do you think he was trying too many things because he knew the game was sealed?
It could be. It could be. But
I don't think it's just that
The length.
that sometimes the ball doesn't come out of your hand. You go through a passage of time where you don't feel good about it. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, 7 dot balls was all that Rashid had, and we spoke about him a lot in our pre-match, so he will want to come out and fire. besides Rashid not firing those 2 drop catches, overall, Afghanistan will be very happy today.
Yes, I was watching a few other things. I think there was a little bit of dew towards the end. We didn't see a lot of dew early on. There was definitely a little bit of dew towards the end. But this was Abu Dhabi. We'll wait and see what happens in tomorrow's game in Dubai, just to get an idea of what the conditions are going to be like, because that will determine the composition of the teams as the tournament progresses. It's very, very, very hot in the UAE, extraordinarily hot. So it's going to be very difficult to maintain pitches that are going to be lively enough. There was a lot of talk before from the Indian camp about there being a little more grass in Dubai. Sometimes you have to leave the grass on just to hold the surface together when it's as hot as that. So that was the other thing I wanted to see today. I don't think the ball was coming on for stroke play. So that was the other object. A little bit of dew towards the end. I hope there's no dew. Dew just ruins the match.
Also, if you think of the 2021 IPL that we did,
Yes.
It was interesting because Abu Dhabi has got a bigger square.
Yes.
And all the wickets played very differently because we used to get stats based on pitches, and all the stats played differently for different pitches. In Dubai, it was very consistent. And if you remember Sharjah, there were only 12 games. The first 5 or 6 games, there were 200 playing 200. And suddenly, come the 4th game, 5th game, it went down to 140. Again, heat.
Did you see what was happening recently? I think the Tri-Series was played in Sharjah. Pakistan, UAE, Afghanistan, they played the Tri-Series. By the time the last game came, they're bowling 4 spinners. And Afghanistan were bowled out for 66 or 70 or something like that. So,
well, we'll see how the pitches turn out eventually with the heat. And for Afghanistan's sake, they will want Rashid Khan to come back in his prime form. We spoke about it in our little quiz. He was the highest wicket taker in the UAE. So they will want him to find that form again. Massive win for Afghanistan. Let's have a look at the points table and see what it does to the run rate. Ooh, that run rate, like you said, Harsha, will come into play because with Bangladesh, with Hong Kong, Afghanistan, it can get into this close run rate.
I'd like to see Bangladesh challenge those 2 teams, though. At the moment, in my view, I think Afghanistan, Sri Lanka start favourites in that group. But I'd like to see Bangladesh challenge them. Sri Lanka have had a very iffy record in recent times.
Yes.
So it's actually a more interesting group than the other one, purely from the point of view of who will qualify.
But well, that's where all the eyeballs are, the other group, because India is playing tomorrow. It's India's first game. They take on UAE, and this is happening in Dubai. I tried having this discussion in our pre-match. I spoke about it a little bit in our mid-match as well. But that's where all the fun is. That's where all the discussion is. We'll have a look at India's squad. All those questions we don't know, but Harsha, I've been seeing all your previews on who you think is going to be in the 11. You wanted Washi to be here in this 15, which hasn't happened. But do you see the clear Sanju Samson sitting out and Shubman coming in?
I also sadly see Rinku Singh sitting out. The only way, the moment you picked Shubman Gill in this side, and the reason I was a little skeptical about that was not because Shubman Gill is good enough or not good enough as a T20 player. There's never any doubt about that. But because if India do make the final, as they should, you're playing on the 28th, so you come back to India 29th afternoon. It's a 30th September. You maybe rest after a big tournament. You get 1 net on the first, second is a test match, which Shubman Gill is captain of. And so that is why I thought it might not be a good idea. But clearly, this is a dress rehearsal. They're trying to find their best team for the T20 World Cup. So you can see why they wanted Shubman Gill in. But the moment they got Gill in, it was clear there was going to be a shootout between Tilak Verma and Sanju Samson for number 3, which has implications for someone like a Rinku Singh down the order, because now the moment you don't play Sanju Samson, you're going to have to play Jitesh Sharma down. The moment you play Jitesh Sharma down, it's a shootout between Dubey and Rinku. And from all that we're hearing, they want Shivam Dubey to be capable of bowling 1 or 2 overs. Morne Morkel said maybe 4. That might be a way of boosting his confidence. But if Dubey is going to play, then sadly it means that Rinku goes out too.
And what happens with the bowlers for tomorrow?
My gut feel is still that Kuldeep might sit out tomorrow.
Unless Varun comes in, Kuldeep sits out.
That's my gut feel, because they must play Arshdeep. And I know they want to play till number 8. So that's my gut feel.
Are you on the same page as Harsha, or do you see a different change for tomorrow?
I can see what Harsha is saying, and I think it'll be on very similar lines. But the only thing which I want to see personally is, You look at X-factor players, and Surya Kumar Yadav was the most dreaded batter in T20 history for a few years, 2-3 years. His form has dipped from the time he relinquished his spot to Tilak Verma. He was batting at 3, he gave it to Tilak Verma. Tilak has done exceptionally well. But who's the X-factor? I want Surya as a captain. Yes, he has not lost a series as a captain. But Surya, the batter, is what India wants. And I still feel that number 3 is his best spot. Tilak can bat at other spots.
So Tilak comes at 4, you say?
I want Surya to bat at number 3.
My gut feel is they might play it by ear because you've got a left-right opening combination. They might just play it by ear. If Shubman goes out early, then Sky comes in. If Abhishek gets out early, then Tilak comes in. They might play it like that. But, I mean, the story goes that Tilak Verma went up to Surya Kumar Yadav and said, can you give me 3? He said, okay, take 3. And since then, I mean, he's averaging 49, striking 155, Tilak Verma.
Yeah, I know.
And you saw what happened when Mumbai Indians pushed Tilak Verma down to 5. It just did not work.
No, but Surya did well at number 3.
Surya will do well anyway, yeah. But you're right.
But Surya, for India, hasn't done well at the spot from the time he's become a captain. And the second thing, I don't know whether you agree with, yes, Shubman has been elevated to vice captaincy, and maybe going forward with him being a young player with the test captaincy being handed to him, does it become a hindrance? Does he tread on Surya Kumar's toes because he's the test captain? Sometimes do you end up giving too much advice? So it will be an interesting dynamic because him and Gautam Gambhir have an understanding now, having spent 3 months together as coach and captain. Surya and Gigi have also had an understanding, but as a vice captain, you're in the leadership group and you're going to be on the field, yourself being a GT captain and a VC of this team. How does that dynamic play out?
My other concern also is, how does Surya Kumar Yadav look at this? Is Surya Kumar Yadav looking over his shoulder saying, does this mean that Shubman is the next captain? So if, I hope, I don't know how these things happen. Yeah, I don't know how these things happen at that level. But in a more company environment, someone like a Surya Kumar Yadav would have been told, today, you're captain at the T20 World Cup now. We'll look at everything else after the T20 World Cup, but we're telling you now you're going to be captain of the T20 World Cup. You don't have to look over your shoulders. You don't have to worry, is Shubman going to be captain for that either? Shubman's 26. He's got a lot of time ahead of him, and it's inevitable that he will become the T20 captain at some point. But at this stage, it's very important for Surya Kumar Yadav to know that he's captain all the way through to the T20 World Cup.
Don't you think that communication would have happened?
I'm fairly certain. I hope it has definitely happened. I think it's there, but I'd like to know that it's definitely happened, yeah.
All right, then let's have a look at UAE squad and see what they have in store for tomorrow's game. Harsha, the captain, Mohammad Wasim, gives them those stats that they want. And of course, we've seen when they come out, there's a story with Samarjit Singh as well, with Junaid Siddiqui. So they have got a team. The coach has said that we want to challenge India. So there's all that that's also happening in the media. Lalchand Rajput went and said that we'd want to beat India.
Yeah, he's got to say what he has to say, doesn't he? And it's a nice thing. I hope they go out there thinking that that can happen. Remember, there have been a few results in recent times. You've got to go back to USA versus Pakistan.
Yes.
At the T20 World Cup of 24. If that can happen, then any other result can happen. So I hope they come out thinking like that. I would also like to see how this UAE team plays post 2 or 3 seasons of the ILT20. Because with the IL20, a lot of them have had the opportunity of playing with established stars. So we are hearing, for example, that a player like Sharafu, for example, is being mentored virtually on a one-on-one basis by Andre Russell.
Yes.
So because they've had the opportunity of playing there, and Wasim has done well, Junaid has done well, I'd like to see that reflected now, 3 seasons of the IL20, reflected in the way they play this game.
I think 12 players have played the ILT20, yes. So they have had that kind of exposure also. They've beaten Bangladesh at home, so they have beaten them in a series, which gives them that confidence coming into the Asia Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. And also they've got somebody like Lalchand Rajput. Just jog your mind back to 2007 World Cup. He was the coach. He's had some fine success with the Indian team as well. I think when we won in Australia, he was the coach as well. And he knows how to handle players. At the end of the day, all these teams, apart from having good players, they also need very good coaches who have that mindset to drive them forward. Sometimes it is better to invest in a very, very, very good coach because it's the mindset which drives you forward. Yes, there are a few players, many expats going from Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka to many of these places, and they are the one who are plying their trade. But you also want a coach who drives the future forward, who has those ideas, which galvanizes teams in games like these. Because at the end of the day, when you're up against an India, when you're up against a Pakistan, sometimes you have to shrug the thought in your head that, oh, we are minnows.
Yes.
You need somebody like Ravi Shastri maybe who gives you that boost and says, go, you'll be the champion if you believe in yourself. I think you want people like that. And just in the way you conduct your practice sessions and other things, I think you need solid coaches. And it's good. I'm very happy that Lalchand Rajput has said that. It actually injects a bit of fuel into them, making them believe. Maybe it's an illusion, maybe it's a fantasy, but at least there is something to dream about.
Yes.
And that is important.
Well, let's hope they come out and show that intent today, tomorrow, which was missing today. But your players to watch out for, one from each team.
2 or 3 there, but every time I look at the scorecard and the IL20, I see Mohammad Wasim has done well. And for a local UAE player to be an asset to a team that has 7-8 overseas players within it is fantastic. So Wasim, but there's a big challenge for him up against 2 of the best, one definitely the best in the world in Jasprit Bumrah. Arshdeep would make most sides. So it'll be a very, very good challenge for Wasim to be up against Bumrah and Arshdeep. So I hope he's ready for the challenge. I'm sure he is. And that'll be a good contest. So for me, he's the player to watch out for there.
And from India?
Take your pick.
The pick is yours entirely.
No, I want to say how Shubman settles in.
Okay.
Because with Shubman, what India want is stability and strike rate combined. I mean, you were getting that with Sanju. Sanju averages, 26, 27, but strikes at 155, 160. What Shubman did in the IPL was to average 50, strike at 150. If he can do that, then that just frees up everybody else. It'll free up a Tilak Varma at 3. It'll free up an Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek is a phenomenal match winner. So leave him free to play his game. That's what I want to see from Shubman.
So Shubman and Mohammad Wasim it is for you, Kartik.
I think from a UAE point of view, Junaid Siddiqui, he's been their principal wicket taker. So he's somebody who would want to make inroads into the opposition. And from an Indian point of view, I'm very happy to see Jitesh Sharma getting a gig. I think what he does in the middle order, and he's a bit of a selfless player. You see the way he operates in franchise cricket as well when he's played IPL. I think he can drive the team forward. If you've got a great start, he's somebody who can actually drive it forward. And just the way he keeps, there's nothing wrong with the way he goes about it. And just the kind of innings he has played this year too in the IPL. There were some games which were dead and buried. So Jitesh, the fact that he's been given the gloves ahead of Sanju Samson, who had the gloves till now, I think I would want him to do well. So Jitesh and Junaid Siddiqui.
I think he'll have got a lot of confidence from being in an RCB side that won the IPL. So,
And captaining the side as well.
Yes.
He was given the captaincy, the game in Lucknow, where they needed that win and he played that blinder. And even when he played for Punjab, I think he's been a fabulous value addition, even for India.
Yes.
The limited chances that he has got. So I would want all the other names. You expect them to do well, but people who are on the fringes and
New
people
to the
who can
setup,
make it, you
yes.
want them to do well.
Well, we played a game in our pre-match show, that quiz that we did. I want to finish off today's date quickly.
Baba.
No quiz, but I want to finish the day quickly with your top moments, 5 moments that you're looking forward to from India this Asia Cup.
Okay. I'm looking forward to, as I said, seeing Shubman Gill play a certain way. Because his coming into the side has changed the dynamic of the side enormously. I'd like to see Hardik Pandya go back to being the finisher. He shows glimpses of it, but Hardik Pandya in the last few was one of the most feared players in world cricket. He can still be that. He does do that from time to time. But if he can be that player again and give you 4 overs. So I'd like to see Hardik being that kind of player. So that's the other thing I want to see in the side. What else do I want to see? Arshdeep maybe? Taking that step up as the tournament goes along. So those are the 2 or 3 things I want to see.
Okay, these are 3 from Harsha, 3 from you then.
Whatever Sir Harsha said.
Copy-paste.
Copy-paste. No, look.
No, Jitesh is the other one.
No,
I mean,
Jitesh.
you said
Jitesh.
Jitesh.
I mentioned Jitesh. I just want to see a very settled Bumrah because I feel for the health of Indian cricket and the way he goes about it, you just want a very settled and a healthy Bumrah because all this workload management and everything is fine, but ultimately you're playing for India and even he would want to maximize his playing day. So that is something which you want to see, which is injury-free Jasprit Bumrah. And also I would like to see this dynamic playing out, how the vice captain, captain and the coach, how does it go about? Because I understand Surya, he was given the captaincy, there were talks of Hardik getting it and then Surya got it. And then in franchise cricket, it's Hardik who captains Mumbai Indians, but it's not Surya who's the India captain. Gujarat Titans is led by Shubman Gill. Now he's the test captain. So it'll be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out.
The other primary thing I want to see is India have embraced a go, go, go attitude. Even if we're 40 for 3, we're going to keep going.
Yes.
And to do that, they're packing their side with batting. I want to see if this approach continues because I think that is the way ahead in T20 cricket. You never take a backward step. So I want to see if India, odd game, they're 30 for 3. Do they still keep going and try and get to 180, 185, 190 from there?
We spoke about the transition in England in the test matches when we didn't have the likes of Virat and Rohit. Is this a major tournament? Technically a major tournament. We are playing without two of the...
And Jadeja.
And Jadeja, 2 or 3, I would say 2 of India's white ball giants, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So that'll also be interesting how
the
this
transition.
team, the transition takes it forward. Obviously Ravindra Jadeja, but in terms of batting and what those two have achieved in the game, in white ball cricket, and exactly what Rohit Sharma drove. He sacrificed his runs for the way he wanted his team to play. And I think all that and how they take it forward will be an interesting...
By the way, number 3 at the T20 World Cup was Rishabh Pant. So 1, 2, 3 have all changed.
Yes. All right, then these were the top factors by Harsha Bhogle and Murali Kartik. We're talking about factors. We have to go to the joy factor. We didn't give that too much thought, but let's have a quick look at that question.
Joy Baba Firuna.
Joy Baba.
What specific list in the Asia Cup connects MS Dhoni, KL Rahul and Lasith Malinga? Are we trying or is it too late in the night and we go to see who the winner is?
You know what happens when Joy puts his questions? I look away.
You look away. You were attempting, no?
I was attempting and then I got into the game and I didn't spend enough time on it.
All right, then let's quickly have a look at the answer. Captains with a 100% win record in T20 edition.
I think it means whenever the Asia Cup's been played as a T20, they've had a 100% win record. Remember, Lasith Malinga briefly was captain of Sri Lanka as well. Do you remember the time? By the way, it's wide on it. Do you remember the time
Malinga... Did you just snap through this question of the joy factor, Kartik?
Where does he have time, man?
Well, it was MSD.
What does he come up with? I've got to understand the question itself. I need to go through million Googles, I think.
But I have to tell you all, like always, there were lots of people who answered it.
People are intelligent. I am not. People are very intelligent. I am not.
Please record that and put it in loop.
I always say this. Narayan, Narayan.
Let's have a look at who this intelligent person today was and who won the joy factor. Aditya Bhandarkar has won the question. Well done, Aditya. Do write into us and tell us how you decode this because we've just never ever understood this. So please do write in and tell us what is the mathematics in your head when you answer these questions. Talking about mathematics and numbers, I was wanting to get there. I want to have a look at that prediction board that has been made. Oh.
You only got a 50% win record.
Yeah, 1 out of 2.
My maths is not very good.
1 out of 2, na? 50%.
Yeah, right. I'll take it.
It comes from somebody who's not won even one. He's always on the second page.
I'll take it because I don't know how much I'll win.
Thankfully, there is only one page in this.
Yeah, at least we can't be.
My entire ambition during the IPL, people have great. My only ambition
was to come to the first page.
To come to the left side of the table.
Never happened.
Right,
never happened.
Well, it's happened in the Asia Cup. You're only on that one page because there is no right-hand side page. So we can celebrate. We can celebrate.
Don't give our people ideas. They will make this into 2 pages.
We'll check if that happens tomorrow, if there are going to be 2 pages or not. But I'm really happy that I got to see Sir Harsha Bhogle and Kartik Sir after our English summer watching the test match at Lord's. I will be seeing you all both tomorrow. So thank you so much for today. We will have lots to...
Later today, no?
Are you running
It's
away?
today.
No, later.
He's looking at time.
Later today.
Oh, later
Later
today.
today.
I thought he was running away, but we are running away because it is later today. It's 12:30 in the night. We will be back tomorrow at 7:30. Thank you so much for watching Cricbuzz, and we will see you all tomorrow.